Subhanallah. Ya Allah. Allahu Akbar.
Looking up at the sky, searching for Allah Most High, he rejected the way of worshipping gods of clay. Prophet Ibrahim knew that Allah was near, and that the heart of a Muslim is sincere. Under the heart-burning sun, he declared God is one. Though with stones on his chest, his iman would not rest. The Mu'adhin knew that right will conquer wrong, and the heart of a Muslim must be strong. It's the heart of a Muslim through the guidance of Islam that makes you fair and kind and helpful to your fellow man. So living as a Muslim means that you must play a part. Allah looks not at how you look, but what is in your heart. In a poor, meager state, little food on our plate.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to the world of Islam. Our travels to the world of Islam have brought us to Houston, Texas, in the United States of America. And I'm with a brother today who's part of an organization whose objective is to distribute the Quran eventually to every home in America. And I mean by directly going to the house and putting the Quran on the door of every house in America. But right now they're starting out here in Houston, Texas and Chicago. And mashallah, it's a very interesting and unique way of spreading the word of Allah, actually bringing it to the doors of the population here in the United States of America. I'm here with one of my brothers in Islam, Hamza Tilboui. Assalamu alaikum. And he belongs to an organization which goes around and they pass out Qurans in the neighborhoods and the hotels just to spread the word of Islam. And just tell us a bit about yourself and how you started this.
Basically, I started in January 2007. I'm originally Vietnamese, but I took the shot about 12 years ago. I became a Muslim, and just last year I decided to work in the cause of Islam, so I quit my corporate job and started doing this full time.
And I mean, how did you come to be here in America? I mean, are you originally from America?
Oh, no, I was born in Vietnam, and after the Vietnam War, people from the South had to go. So once it ended, we came to the U.S. as refugees, and I settled in Corpus Christi, Texas with my family. And I was only 2 years old when I came.
And what did your family tell you about coming here? Was it difficult to make the transition from being in Vietnam to here?
Yeah, it was difficult because my dad was older. He was 45 years old. He had to start with a new way of living. He had to learn a new skill. So he had to work hard, and he always stressed education.
Okay. And now just tell me a bit about your process and decision to come to Islam. I mean, what was your religion before you came to Islam, and what made you want to become Muslim?
Yeah, many Vietnamese, they grow up with ancestor religion where they pray to their dead ancestors. Excuse me, let me do this house.
Okay.
Okay, there it is. We just go one by one.
Right.
You know?
Right. So you said they worship their ancestors. Took a picture of dead ancestor? How do you just choose any ancestor and decide to worship him, or?
I think
Is
it's
there some-
everyone. It's connected to, you know, it's got to be in your family,
Uh-huh.
like your mom's grandmother or your dad's grandmother, grandfather. So it's down your ancestry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. And then pretty soon you have a lot of them.
Right.
And then,
So, I mean, with that time, were you heavy into that?
okay, see,
So when you were growing up, were you, did you understand much about your religion and you were practicing the ancestor worship, or?
not really. We just did it. We were children. We did it. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my mom, they practiced it, but we never went down. There was no book,
Uh-huh.
and they never explained it. We just did it.
Mm-hmm.
It was tradition. You just had to follow without
Right.
knowledge.
Right. Okay, so tell us a bit about how you started to study Islam and became a Muslim.
Well, after I graduated from college, there was a point in time I wanted to find out about God.
Uh-huh.
You know, what was the purpose of me being here? So I studied the religions. I made a thorough research of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And being from an engineering background, I needed some kind of science to back everything up.
Mm-hmm.
So I read about all the other ones, Hindus and Christianity, Buddhism, Jew.
Mm-hmm.
So I eliminated them one by one.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a point where I visited a church I wanted to know, so I went to a church, tried to get some information, but they said come back later. So I was like,
Uh-huh.
that like devastated me. I was like, wow, I want to know about God. Why are you telling me to come back later? So
Uh-huh.
that really, you know, turned me off. And then I had a Muslim roommate
Mm-hmm.
when I was in college, so he told me to go to Friday at 2:30 to the mosque, and so I went there.
Mhm.
And someone gave me some things to read, and then this brother gave me his phone number, and I called him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then after 6 months of studying, boom, I took the Shahada.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And how did you feel at that point after becoming Muslim?
Oh, I felt good because I was sure what I was getting into. I wasn't worried about what the practice was.
Uh-huh.
I just want to make sure this was the truth, and once you found the truth, you have to accept it.
Right,
And so whatever came with it afterwards,
Mhm.
I had to accept.
right, right. Okay, MashaAllah. So you had become Muslim at that time. You were working as an engineer?
Yeah, I was working as an engineer. I became Muslim
Uh-huh.
at the time.
Right.
And I slowly learned about the things. I became Muslim right before Ramadan.
Mm-hmm.
So I think my first Ramadan, I gained pound. I gained weight. I like splurged
Right, right.
this time.
Okay. Okay, so tell me about, we're walking through this neighborhood here,
Okay.
handing out Qur'ans. Just tell me about this organization and their objectives and their methodology for going around and distributing the Qur'an.
Okay. Well, Al Furqan Foundation started a few years ago. It's a Dawah organization based in Chicago.
Mhm.
What they're trying to do is make sure everyone gets a copy of the English translation of the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
So our core message is delivering the message of the Quran to everyone in America.
Mm-hmm.
Quite literally, and our two main ways of doing it are in the hotel rooms
Uh-huh.
and door to door.
Uh-huh. Because, you know, I mean, it's something to mention about the hotel rooms, because this is always in my mind. That
Yeah.
you can go any place in America, the best hotel, the worst hotel, but in the drawer, next to the bed, you will always find a Bible inside of there.
Yeah. Yeah, and now we're, you know, the Quran's there. We've been approved by 29 individually owned hotels, like owned by Muslims, private owners.
Uh-huh.
And we're in the permission process of getting the bigger chains like Marriott and Holiday Inn
Mhm.
and them. And that might take a while for us to get permission.
Right.
So
MashaAllah.
we're in the
So I'm saying now in this distribution, what you've done, how many Qurans have you been able to distribute?
well, we've done almost 75,000 copies. That's 45,000 in the Chicago area.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And this
30,000
Quran, what you have now, is just only the English here.
Yeah, it's English. People are worried about giving away the Arabic, you
Uh-huh.
know, since people need wudu. So
Yeah.
we stuck with an English-only translation, paperback.
Mm-hmm.
And the copy we use is approved by Al-Azhar.
Okay.
So we don't just use anyone. It's a
Mm-hmm.
and the